A lot of players have asked me over the past 2 months, like, Grimax, why did you leave DK? What happened to DK? Why did this ban? How did it happen? There's so many questions. But before I answer those questions, I will give a backstory on what happened, like just a little backstory, yeah. So when I first joined DK in August 2022, I thought DK players weren't found in multi because I had this thought in my head that veteran players they don't play with public lobbies players because let's say maybe they think they're stupid or they're constantly just out farming together away from pubs. They're just playing with themselves. They play all four in one go. They play every day, 24/7. But realistically, this wasn't the case. This wasn't the case for any clan even. There was no such thing. The only reason why I never saw them in multi was because they were straight up just inactive. When I joined, DK had almost 100 members. They would talk every day in the Discord server DK, but that's about it. It felt as if it was a flex to not play the game at all. Sometimes I just see comments like, "Oh, not playing this shit game, thank God," blah blah blah, and it really rubbed me off the wrong way because they always claim that they look back to the old days when they actually played, but I never really gave a shit because they always talked about how they did so well in the past, whether they were raiding in C6 or were topped 1 to 3 in raids or leaderboards or Rexodia, blah blah blah. Because I live in the now and they don't actually play the game as tryhard as they once were. You can call them washed. Like they raided in the past, they did leaderboards in the past, and all they do about is talk about in their past. But they don't actually play anymore. They aren't as good as they used to be, if that's how you want to put it. But to me, the way I see it is they are stuck in the past and they don't want to put value to their words. It's all talk and no action. I saw players who couldn't even make it past floor 70 already asking for comms. I saw players who didn't want to farm at all. I saw players who they want to crest, but even if they wanted to crest, they didn't want to change the unit, and then we just fail over and over again, and they were just selfish about it. His name was Paradox, by the way. He should, I saw a lot of these type of players, and it really disgusted me the level and quality of what it was to get into DK. Because when I got in, I put in a lot of effort. I grinded the game, every specs, every kill hyper at the time. I played everything. I learned everything at the time. I struggled so hard to beat DOT 31. It wasn't out at the time, but you get the point. I really put in a lot of effort because I thought that I need to put in a lot of effort to get to such a clan. And what I entered was a clan of people who weren't even playing the game, at least a half of them. And you have to understand that a half of a clan is a lot because for a clan that boasts its reputation in being competitive and elitist and better than the rest, being 50% of you being lazy as fuck is a massive statistic that you do not want to have. That is a level of fat that you can consider morbidly obese. Like a lot of players would just ask stupid questions they can just find out the answer for themselves, and they just pull for units and then they don't even play. They don't even clear out the shop or whatever, or they don't even want to do ruins till ruins 5 because they were just that lazy, right? And it really pissed me off. So I became a moderator by February 2023, and I tried to mold DK into a clan that would be the image of what I expected it to be, but players kept leaving and remain inactive. Like every 1 week, there'd be 2 to 3 people leaving, and ultimately by the end of DK, in November, we only had 53 members left. I implemented a lot of things during my mod time I thought would get players to play more, such as progression track, where players had to send in the same things that a new recruit would do, like their DOT, their SR, their ruins, their UL, and their UR. I did recruit more of them through recruitment lobbies, which was huge news because DK infamously never did recruitment lobbies. Then I brought in 15 members through that. But all this was to no avail. And I was even getting backstabbed by some of my own DK members. So, for example, I got called a narcissistic asshole, a lolicon, just because I like Nahida, and Ilya, an arrogant cunt, but that one I don't have screenshots. But pretty much you know that there's just a general vibe that they don't like me because like they like to associate me with DK's downfall, which is funny because I'm trying to fix the situation and no one there was trying to help me. Mod team, non-existent. Pretty much it was just me. Whatever. Finally, I decided on the 29th of November that I leave DK, and pretty much DK disbanded off of my departure. But ultimately, I decided that since all the clans in the game they didn't really fit what I wanted, I decided to form my own. So I brought in 11 other members from DK, who I found were both active in game and out of game, and I decided that I will pursue making my own DK in a certain way. It has been 2 months from that decision, and since then I've created a fully functioning clan called Dark Stars. So we have Japanese as our tag, and it means Dark Stars in Japanese, obviously. The purpose of this clan is that we don't have to be the best, but we aim to be the best. See, when I joined DK, I had this attitude that I wanted to learn everything from DK. Not to say that I didn't learn anything, but I did learn some things, even if they didn't really play. It was a fruitful experience, no matter what. And because of that, look, I don't call myself the best, but I need to create an environment for other players to strive to be the best. And if they strive to be the best, that intention is all that matters, because if they have that intention, they will stay active, they will go find knowledge for themselves, they will be good players, they who knows spend money on the game. But you get the point. If they have the heart to strive to be the best, then pretty much they will do everything that is expected of a clan player to just remain active in game and remain active out of game as in through Discord, right? Because this clan is meant to be a family of some sorts. So we have numerous achievements like Nasru, he hit B500F that day in Mines, which is the first in global ever, and even in JP, only a handful have gotten that high, and Nasru hit them with like three particular comps, which is basically Heart, Shiro, and Fen, long story short, if I'm not mistaken. Then we have raids leaderboards by me and Miyubi. We climbed both Mavrohalos and Palamecia raids. We have some leaderboards around, such as Diego, aka Kukyo. He's on Gilliam Awakened leaderboards. We have Love on chapters 17 and 19, Hex as well, and a couple others, and some others I may have missed. But long story short, all my members, I'm just glad that they are active in game and out of game. I still see them in Discord. I still see them in game, and I'm really grateful that I picked the right players. And looking back, I am grateful for each one of my members for following and jumping ship with me to Dark Stars. So I'm really grateful for that. If you think you fit the criteria, like if you're like a member of some other clan, or even if you're not a member of a clan, but if you think you hit criteria of at the moment our criteria is Dungeon of Trials, floor 28. It was 30 originally, but apparently people can't even beat 28, so it's quite sus. But if you think you fit the criteria, you can come and apply through Discord and DM me directly. I'll give you an interview. You just need to pass the interview. And you need to be active both in game and out of game and prove that you are trying to be the best. That's it. It's very easy. Thanks for listening to my side of the story for everything that has led to this moment. And I hope to see some of you applying to the clan, and I'll see you there.